And we are live. Peace, 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 peace of Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Do Knowledge Radio, place where knowledge is born. This is your host, Knowledge Born Allah, and we got up from the 36 chambers. You understand what I'm saying? We got the man, the myth, the legend here to come give us some game on Papa Wu Day. You understand what I'm saying? So uh, it's an honor and a privilege to have one of my mentors, one of the brothers I took a lot of game in from directly and indirectly to, mold and brand and shape and marketing. He got the most recognizable logo on the planet. Stevie Wonder can see it. You understand what I'm saying? So
What's
we got
good?
our
What's
brother
good?
in the building, Protect Your Neck Records, VP, Vega Don,
What's good?
Mr.
Peace,
Wu
peace,
Wednesday.
peace, and
Peace,
blessings,
Almighty. How you
everyone.
feel?
I can't complain. Can't complain. I think for these last 60 some odd days, we all been doing enough complaining, so it wouldn't make a difference. But all is well. All is well. Healthy, alive and breathing. So can't complain.
You done found some gems still. You still in gym shape. You understand? Vega Don still in gym shape out here. You understand? Cats ain't got the extra rolls and ruffles from their quarantine
Man, look,
snacks.
don't
You still out here getting it.
no, don't let look, don't let the shirt fool you. It's holding it
Hey.
all in. This one of those dry fit compression shirts. It
Okay,
compresses
that's what's
everything
up.
in. Nah, I'm
Right.
just joking. But no, you got to stay healthy. It all starts with the mind. Whatever the mind
Right.
would do, the body will follow. So, just try to keep a positive outlook on things and eat right. Try to eat right at least.
That's right.
So getting it in every now and then. That's what I can say. No gym, no gym. That's closed off right now, so I can't get to the gym. So I try to do what I can do.
That's love. So how you been kind of like coping with everything that's been going on? What's some of the highs and some of the not so, in
Well,
regards
some of
to
that.
your line of
Some,
work and your space.
well, of course, being able to have time to reset, yourself and the way you think, and for a long period of time, a lot of people think that they're. This is a prime example, in other words, of people thinking that job security thing is where it is. That 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 is good when it's operating, but as
Mm.
you can see, when certain things shut down, you know, the real heroes and the real people, or the medical people and stuff like that. But the real people that are mostly the people that would trades. You know what I'm saying? And corporate world is kind of like on pause. Besides, of course, the United States, which is a corporation, so that's still operating. But of course, it just goes to show you got to be prepared for everything and anything. So I would say one of the highs is being able to sit back and regroup. I said something the other day about the world slowed down so we can catch up, and what I mean by that is
Right.
so we can catch up on the things that we neglected, getting our mind right, our game plan, what's our next step moving forward. So I'm thankful that it allowed me to do that, reconnect with family. A lot of times in this business you don't have time to really sit down and see family. I can count on my hands and my feet and my everything else how many times I've been to my hometown and wasn't even able to see my mom or kids and stuff like that. So this business is it keeps you busy, it keeps you moving, but this time has given me the ability to sit down and connect and check on everybody and see how everybody's doing, and just rebuild everything was what I said. The low, uh I would definitely say sitting still, because if I sit still, money don't get made, things don't happen, So
Mm.
um, for the most part, I would say that would be a real downfall. But I know it's for the better, for everybody's health, to try to stay distanced away and stuff. But I know when things open back up fully, it's going to be a catastrophe. I think it's going to be a big catastrophe, but we're going to be prepared and we're setting ourselves up to for when that day happens. So
So what kind of things are you saying, kind of like working with, the different artists, different talents, the branding managers in this particular time? What what was some of the things that you saw, kind of like, just looking across everything, that was kind of shocking to you and was kind of motivational?
I would say, uh, I mean, well, the artists, when working with the artists and stuff like that, sometimes you work with so many artists, you don't really get a chance to know an artist, or an artist is so much in a rush to try to let you know what their ideas are, because they know they don't know when the next time they can get a hold of you. So I can say that time is very overlooked. Getting to know an artist personally is an understatement. I mean, we try our best to know our artists and cater to their needs, but when you really get to know an artist, or sit down and actually have a long conversation, or one-on-one with an artist, you really know what they want and the direction that they're going to. So you have a better idea. And I think that's something that we need to take in consideration as being, in the entertainment business. We need to take that in consideration, because it can make a big difference between throwing an artist out there and putting them out there to the wolves, and they're not ready mentally, and we're thinking that they're ready just because they got a hot song, or I'm saying, something like that, some potential, but they're really not ready. So I actually establishing a rapport with the artist, and kind of like getting away from just being behind a desk type of executive, which it gets kind of hard, because that's, you piled up with paperwork, things to get done, contracts, negotiations, meetings, conference calls. We barely have time to do that type of stuff. But I would say it made me overlook the one-on-one time. With I realized that the one-on-one time is definitely necessary when it comes to working with these artists. You can get a lot more accomplished, less miscommunications and so forth like that can be established if you actually get time to know the artist and what they want to do, and the direction that they want to go in. So it's been a definite lesson, a lesson for one for the books. I've actually rekindled some relationships with artists just by being in downtown right now, being able to either them reaching out to me or me reaching out to them, connecting and reestablishing something good to move forward for when everything opened back up. So I'm thankful for that. Definitely thankful for that.
Yeah, I definitely seen some adaptable skills. I was on with Ali Sadiq. He did the Corona Comedy Club. You see what I'm saying? So he did that virtual comedy club. He had the DJ. He had all of the stuff that you would think to set the atmosphere and the mode, and then keep them sharp. You see what I'm saying? So they, like, nobody's on ice, kind of. You see what I'm saying? So I saw a lot of adaptable kinds of situations, and
Right.
hopefully these things translate at other avenues of approach. You see what I'm saying? Because we kind of get like one dimensional. It's like, all right, well, we got this record, this tour, this da 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 da. There are other things that you can incorporate,
Right.
and bring
Right.
to the table in regards to expanding your brand and marketing your brand properly. You see what I'm saying? Like, becoming that kind of CEO of your career. But look at
Right.
this adaptability that is there right there. Nobody gonna
Right.
push you like you, and what lanes to kind of put them in. So with some of the time sitting with some of the artists on the interview side, bring to the table some kind of thought forms that might have been put on the back burner, like this is the time to pursue them. You see what I'm saying? So if you're not writing about you, if you're not marketing about you, not letting the world know outside of a post, what are you doing? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
In this particular time, if you're not pulling people in, whatever, you see what I'm saying? Somebody you had your eye on, you want to give them a shot. You see what I'm saying? These were the times that actually, like you were saying, establish those relationships. I've been having like a crazy great time. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? A crazy great time. It's like people I know I would never get an opportunity to sit with. These opportunities come there, and they're in their creative space to be able
Right.
to extrapolate those jewels from them in that creative space. So,
Right.
it's
Right.
been in the midst of all of the chaos and the pandemic and everything, it's still
Indeed.
been a great opportunity for creativity and
It has.
ingenuity and innovation. You see what I'm saying? So
It has
It's Wu
this is
Mash
really
running around. It's Wu Face Mash running around again. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. It's opportunities are out there.
this has really opened up a lane as to where I wouldn't say, I always say that, you should never try to reinvent the wheel, just try to make what's already there perfect it or create it and turn it into your own lane in a sense. So I think the Internet of Things is what the IoT, which deals with technology and everything. I think that it's kind of like rebranding the DJs in the whole situation.
Yeah.
Like now, you have DJs that have their own shows and people are tuning in and listening to, the DJ do his excuse me, do his show on Facebook or on Instagram or whatever. And it's bringing back to where people are realizing the DJs is an artist too. They got to be looked at as artists. The TV, what I'm saying, the radio shows and stuff like that is where it all began, and it started with the DJ. So I think even after this whole situation is over, like you said, this has changed a different lane, or put people in different lanes, the artists as well. You know what I'm saying? As far as the usual, hey, go to studio, let me put my CD out and perform and stuff like that, is bringing that creativity out to where people have no choice but still want to be heard and seen. So they're becoming very creative. And like I said, I think this change is a good change because we need to see something creative. We need to see something new. And I believe it's going to start with the DJs. You know what I'm saying? The DJs are doing their thing, and shout out to the Wu DJ Coalition, all the DJ coalitions, the fleet DJs and so forth like that out there, and individual DJs that are out there doing their thing and keeping the world entertained during this time, man. Definitely a shout out to you guys. Definitely keeping the momentum and the vibes and everything going, even though we haven't been able to get out like talking about it. So salute to them.
Definitely. I see Doo-Wop and Tony Touch do a versus battle. I was like, what? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was like, this was crazy. Like, we kind of transformed and went back to the 90s. You see what I'm saying? In that time where it was great, like, that was beautiful. You see what I'm saying? So that's the definition of not reinventing the wheel and a re-celebration type situation. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was on here with Billy Dan's, like I seen him around the way. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, I'm like, man, like, yo, you see that push in regards to, this never dies. This art form never dies. You see what I'm saying? Just to say, how can hip hop be dead when Wu-Tang is forever? You understand what I'm saying? So, like, you're really seeing it. You know what I mean? So that visibility of people being out there, that relatable experience that we never got a chance to see. You see, so this is like the 90s with a little added addition to it. The visibility. You see what I'm saying? Like, you might have seen Dirty someplace, but it wasn't like this. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you see they, brothers and sisters, they were out. Everybody was out, but like, this is a different kind of little scene right here, to where you can capture more minds and hearts and really reach people. You see what I'm saying? Like, you from a camp where they use their lyrics to teach the world. You know what I'm saying? All of the human families of the planet Earth. So now they can actually see it. Like, I seen Raekwon. I'm like, oh shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like regular. Like, you could actually bring that part of you there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the music before, the videos, the shows. But this is another aspect right here where you get a chance to see them. Like, yeah. I'm loving it. I'm loving that aspect.
It's definitely the 90s recreated all over again in a sense, and I'm loving it. I'm definitely loving it. I'm not mad at what the music industry has turned our culture into, as far as what we hear on the radio, what's been in this last, I say 7-8 years, been pounded in our heads, is like kind of, I'm not gonna say torture, but it's creative. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking it, but I do think everything falls back to the essence of things where, like I said in the beginning, you always resort back to the beginning and start back over once you feel like something is starting to taper out with this course, with this lane. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going back to the beginning. Like I said, start with the DJs. I'm hearing more content and lyrics now. You know what I'm saying? Something to make you think. You know what I'm saying? That knowledge.
Right.
So I'm loving the direction that it's going in. Will it go back all the way back to the 90s? No, because we got to add the millennials in it. We got to add the new generation style to it, and do a spinoff in order to keep it going. That's how you keep it going, So I'm looking forward to seeing what comes about. Oh, did we get a glitch?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, there we go.
Definitely understand. So on today, like a day like today, Papa Wu Day, you know, what's kind of like the tone, for today? Like, what's the focus?
I mean, it's definitely um, a somber day, as well as a celebration. We sit back and we focus on the things that he's accomplished, the people that he's touched, and celebrate that. I think Matt earlier, he went live. I saw him going live earlier. He was in the gym, you know what I'm saying, working out. But you know, everybody deals with death, and everybody deals with losing loved ones, your mentors, and everything in a different way. So how each one of them deal with it depends on how he influenced or he touched them. And like I said, Papa Wu he touched everybody. Even if you didn't know who he was, you would know who he was once he left the room. And once he entered the room and left the room, you would definitely know who he was. So it's we all miss him and wish he was still here, but we also know that we're to carry on what he taught each one. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good and it's a double face right there, double-edged sword right there. It's a good and a bad to it. At the same time, we do miss him, and prayers and everything still go out to the family. Everybody's still dealing with things in a certain way. So it's definitely a loss, but a gain if you gain something from him. So.
So in regards to the music and the branding, I see that brand it's still right there. You know what I'm saying?
Which
Razor sharp brand
which
right
one?
there.
Which
That
which one?
that Vega Don brand. You understand what I'm
Oh,
saying? Like, yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Trying to do something. Trying to do something. I'm I'm happy with the direction it's going in. We got a lot of things coming up. Of course, the situation has put things on pause, shipments and stuff like that, and orders. But I'm slowly bringing it back into to full force a little bit by little. Especially with females. They have a whole female line of Vega Don apparel that I know this summer would have been the perfect summer to release. See how things go. I'm still gonna put little bits and pieces out there, but for the most part, Vega Don apparel is doing very well. Can't complain. Definitely can't complain about that, and I owe that all to my followers, my fans, who stuck in there with the brand and has been supporting the brand since then. It's definitely a blessing. I have a lot of '90s hip hop culture mixed in with the clothing and in this brand. So it's a brand. It's something for everybody. Definitely something for everybody.
So what kind of message are we putting out there in regards to your brand and you know your brand recognition out here, for people to kind of take away from?
The message is, the message that I want to, self-expression. Is I've had some people say, "Oh man, that logo is not going to stick. That logo is not going to do anything. It's going to look crazy and everything. But now, if I would have listened to those people, I wouldn't have never gotten as far as I've gotten so far. You follow me? So I'm going to go with self-expression, no matter what anybody tells you, or opposition or negativity that comes your way. If you feel in your heart something is going, flourish and come full circle, then you go ahead and go for it. Don't let somebody talk you out of your creativity, out of your lane. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody talk you out of what you want to do in life and in business. So that's what Vega Don represents: self-expression, not backing down, not taking no for an answer. Having that tunnel vision. That's basically what I want people to see. When they see Vega Don, they know it was tunnel vision that got that brand to where it was. You know what I'm saying? Not letting anything, no matter what came about, you still went forward and still prevailed. So, that's the message I want to give to everybody. As far as with the brand, that's the message that I'm trying to perceive. If I can do it, and it takes time. It takes, a lot of time investing in yourself. But if you can't believe in yourself, how you gonna sell a product to have other people believe in your product? And that's where it all starts. You gotta believe in yourself, the way you think. Like I said, your mindset, your mind, set the speed and the motion, your body will follow. And that's how it does with everything else. You have that positive outlook, that think that no matter what, I don't care how many times somebody tell me no, can't and cannot is not in my vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way you got to think. For somebody, coming from somewhere where you would least expect to have anything going on or any support, you just can't back down when it comes to yourself and your brand. When somebody tells you no, it's going to be people out there that's going to be like, yeah, because they trying to come up themselves. So why don't y'all come up together? That's another thing. We definitely need to work together more as far as support. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get into all of that, but it's we all know what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? We all know what we need to do, and how this economy would not survive if it wasn't for our dollar. You follow what I'm saying? So why not take our dollar and invest in our own? We can have our own car dealerships. We can have our own jewelry stores. We can have all that, you know what I'm saying, if we invest in ourselves. And I'm not saying, it should be separatism or anything like that, but everybody else, every other race builds its race up. We don't. We're the only ones that tear each other down and then get mad when another race comes and tears us down. You're doing the same thing. I'm not saying it's acceptable, but that's what we do. So we need to get out that train of thinking. You know what I'm saying? That mentality has to change.
Well, the last thing I wanted to talk to you about was keys to longevity. I had some artists on, Yo Yo, uh, Haj G, Billy Dan's MOP, and I asked them about, their keys to longevity. You see what I'm saying? So what's the Vega Don's keys, what, not necessarily your secret sauce, but your formula in regards to those, staying consistent, staying relevant, and staying effective, over the years.
I would say the key is to, no matter how much success you see, there's always a downside. There's always somebody that's trying to come up. You always got to remain humble. Anybody can come and approach me and talk to me and tell you that, hey, he's not like what I think or what I thought in the beginning. So you definitely got to remain humble. Not only that, it's no fun keeping all the information to yourself. I love to see other people succeed. I love giving people the jewels in order for them to be successful. That's just me. And if I can help out anyway, that's the type of person I am. it's no fun knowing everything and being at the top if there's nobody that you can compete with. You know, life is a competition. Life is about business and making the right decisions. Not only that, it's about sharing and showing love by sharing information that'll benefit somebody else on their come up. You know, it's funny you asked me that because I had a conversation just yesterday with a good friend of mine. His name is Big Flav. He goes by FW Spielberg on Facebook. He's into the bully situation, but he is the one that actually gave me an opportunity. You know, he took a chance with me. I was in Richmond. I did a talent show, and he came through. He had his van and everything wrapped like Missy Elliott back in the day had a wrap van with her face on it. He had a van like that, and I did a talent show and everything. And he was like, "Yo, you know, brother, go ahead, support me with this CD." I was like, "Yo, I only got X amount of dollars in my pocket. Here you go." You know what I'm saying? And he respected that. So he was like, "Look, I'm going to Philly this weekend. You know, you're more than welcome to come with me." And I said, "Yeah, let's go." And little did I know that was going to be the start of my internship. so doing that, he gave me the opportunity to show my skills and allow me to be creative, be the artist side that I was. But then he also, you know, showed me how the business side was that got me interested in changing from an artist to the business side. So he hit me up and he's like, "Yo, I'm proud of you." And I told him, I said, "Look, I appreciate you, because if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you giving me the opportunity to show what I can do, I wouldn't be where I'm at with the Vega Don apparel, you know, executive for Wu-Tang Management, doing nothing. I would still be probably in Richmond, Virginia, doing talent shows." So I had to, you know, it's all about, and his information that he shared with me got me to my point. So in return, I do the same thing. Like somebody gave me the opportunity, I'm always give somebody the opportunity until they prove it wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you the opportunity. And that's just my key to longevity. Always show love and give others the opportunity to be their best and help them out along the way. You know, that's all I can say. That's worked for me. It's definitely worked for me, and I'm thankful. Oh, did it freeze up on us again? Can you hear me now? Not quite sure if you're speaking. I can't hear it on my end. Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay.
Okay. You took
So
the opportunity when it presented itself. You know, that's the biggest part. You know,
right.
you could think of 1,000 people who was given the opportunity but didn't move on that opportunity. So it says something about you as well. You see what I'm saying? Like you was in a position to take an opportunity or not take it, and you took it.
Right. I mean, you
And
never know
so
you never know
that
when the
follow
opportunities
through with
will
you
present itself. You know, you
spoke
never know.
volumes about who you were. So this is like a, you know, kismet type of situation to where it's dual edification, you know. So out of
Right.
everybody, you moved on it. You know what I'm saying? So
I looked at it as, I don't know, you know, you never know when you'll get another opportunity, especially, you know, because some of us get complacent.
so final thoughts as we wrap. I know we got a lot of what's up with this joint.
Did you ask a question? Because you faded out on me. Can't hear you.
Now this joint froze up, so I was just waiting for it to cycle back around. I was saying
Gotcha.
final thoughts for you as we wrap up. Anything you want to shout out, anybody you want to acknowledge.
Indeed, indeed. Definitely want to give a shout out to Miss BK, Legal Mob Entertainment, my manager. Shout out to Jimmy Kane, Wu-Tang Management, Mook, everybody over at PYN, Frank Nitty, Shamika, all the A&Rs and everything. The whole team, the Wu DJ Coalition, DJ Juice, Boss Lady Britt, Cash, Nabi, you know what I'm saying? Chaz, um, just everybody, Grand Body P overseas, the whole movement that we have going on with the coalition, the Wu DJ Coalition, Protect Your Net Records, PYN Distribution, and Wu-Tang Management. You guys are definitely going to be satisfied and happy. We got some explosive artists coming up. We have a whole new way of thinking, and like I said, this time has given us plenty of time to think and regroup and restructure of how we're going to come out and how either we end 2020, or we either wait till 2021 to make it happen. But either way, it's going to happen. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody. Thank the team. Thank everybody at Vega Don Apparel that's been helping out doing things. So I just want to. I'm thankful. I can't complain. I definitely can't complain. Shout out to my kids and everything. Family back at home and stuff like that. Hopefully see everybody soon. Shout out to RVA Talents. RVA, do we know your name? My little brother, David Robinson. You know what I'm saying? He doing his thing down there at VA with the Stop the Violence movement and stuff like that. Be on the lookout for DJ Hear No Evil as well. DJ Hear No Evil. He has a mixtape that's about to drop called Hustler's Prosperity. We got a lot of artists. Nimrod, Big Star is on the joints from Richmond. Big Nate All Star. A lot of artists, a lot of good talent, Metric Ton, a lot of good talent on there. So y'all just stay tuned. We got some things coming your way.
Well, so I'm thankful for your time. I'm glad we was able to make this connection. And thank you for your jewels. You know what I'm saying? Always dropping jewels when you come through. And don't be a stranger over here. This the home of Vega Don.
Indeed, indeed. I appreciate that. Much love to Do the Knowledge Radio, man. Love you, man. Definitely. Peace and blessings.
All right. Peace and love.